I'm Louise from Superhigh, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to create good type pairings. Sometimes your project will need more than one typeface to bring it to life. Having more than one form of type can help establish better type hierarchy, making it easier for users to read or scan content on your site. The contrast between the two typefaces can ease the reading process, not purely because of aesthetic, but it can also convey a change of context. For example, if we need to display data alongside editorial text, or perhaps set a footnote or an aside, we might benefit from employing a typeface that takes on a more serious tone. Sometimes choosing two typefaces for a project can help augment a brand's personality. If the primary typeface is too playful, you might need to combine it with a more subdued typeface for balance. Other times, one typeface may not have all the properties or values you're looking for, like additional weights, widths, styles, or international characters. In this situation, employing a secondary typeface would be a practical measure to expand your options. In all circumstances, it's valid to employ a secondary typeface if you need it to do things that your primary typeface cannot. It's absolutely key to ensure that the primary and secondary typeface work together harmoniously instead of competitively. There's a fine balance between contrasting and complementary type. Whilst you want to ensure that typefaces are distinct enough, you always want to make sure that they also work well together. Let's look at some examples. In this first example, we're using IBM Plex Sans Bold for the heading and IBM Plex Regular for the copy, both within the same font family. In this type pairing, we're using two typefaces with very similar characteristics, but differentiating based on size, weight, line height, and capitalization. The end product is an easy-to-read pairing where the reader is quick to identify the headline from the copy. Let's look at one more. In this example, we've used Abril Fatface with Roboto Regular. Abril is a slab serif, a chunky type, with thin serifs giving the typeface a refined touch and an elegant appearance. Roboto is a neo-grotesque font, which is functional in nature. In fact, it's used as the default font on Android and many other Google services. The two fonts work together to create an aesthetic that is bold and interesting whilst maintaining readability. Pairing type can be a highly subjective process, but doing some preliminary research on understanding the history of a particular typeface and general typeface anatomy can strengthen your understanding of the purpose of each typeface, empowering you to make the right choice for your context.